Okay, welcome everyone. This is the day 2 of Asia Open Tournament. On the first match for today, we have Team Pillar versus Team Korea Hooray as the first match. So first ban by Team Pillar is Momo, and quickly response by the red team, Team Korea Hooray, which is Shiranui. And then now we are off to the second ban, which is Sisio. That means they are not planning to pick him either. Meanwhile, we are still waiting for the next ban from the red team. So it will be Yumekui, and then we are off to a very standard ban for this match. Teso is instantly picked by the blue team, so apparently it looks like Teso is one of the most favorite marksman during this tournament so far. Almost pick or ban every other game. And then immediately response by the red team, which is Bake Kujira and Minreiki. This is kinda early for the red team to pick their mates, I think. And then now once again Higan Bana is being picked by Team Pillar. So if I was not mistaken, all the game that they have played the day earlier, Pillar Hing has picked Higan Bana all the game. And then Aobozu is their choice for their top laner. And then Takiasa is picked by the red team as their choice for the jungler, and Yukidoji as well. So Yukidoji is also one of the Shikigami that has been picked quite almost all of the match during this tournament so far. And then now for the last two picks from the blue team, we have they are still not locking it. Okay, so it will be Onikiri and Ichimokuren. So if they are still using the same strategy as yesterday, this will probably be Teso going to mid lane, and Higan Bana will be the one going to bottom lane together with the support. Oh, it looks like the red team is doing the same strategy as well, which they don't have marksman on the bottom lane. They have two mages right now, and this is very popular right now, especially in Chinese server. And I assume this will be the Zero Mujo that is the one that will be going to the bottom lane. So let's see how is the laning going to be in game. Okay, it looks like my guess is right, that the Zero Mujo is the one going to be on the bottom lane with the support. Then let's see if they will do something weird or not. Okay, so still as expected, this one it's two mages on the bottom lane with the support. So Teso can do actually very well on the middle lane because of how strong he is at poking, especially without any like extra harassment from enemy support or something like that. He will be like doing a lot of damage. He will just aim his skill 1 on the minion, and then if the enemy's mid laner is kinda in very close proximity with the minion, they might got hit with the split damage. So Teso is very good on the mid lane because of that. You can see that Teso is still on full HP, meanwhile Menreki is already down to half. On the bottom lane, you can see that Higanbana is as expected from Higanbana. She is doing really well with trading damage, and the support is, and his support, which is Ichimokuren, is doing very well, taking most of the damage during the trading, which leave Higanbana still on a very high amount of HP. And then now we see that there are 3 persons hovering around bottom lane from the blue team. Oh, and then now he already went back to clearing his own camp after taking the Fission Daruma over here. And then Takiasa is trying to set up a gang actually over here, but Ichimokuren was kinda ready around that bush area. Now on the middle lane, we still see that Teso is on very high HP. Meanwhile, it looks like Menreki having a trouble keeping up with him. I'm not sure why. This is the second time he did that. It's like he's not actually hiding inside the bus. It's like it's still outside of the boosters area. Meanwhile, now we see from on the middle lane, we see that Menreki has actually decided to go back to regen. Meanwhile, Teso right now is having a free farm, which apparently he already has free farm most of the time because apparently Menreki can't really trade well with him. Over here we see that Onikiri was trying to do Sogenbi earlier, but then there was a response by the red team to prevent that to be a free Sogenbi for them. Very nice flash by Aobozu earlier, but the ultimate is kind of off the marks, but still nonetheless he's able to finish the Menreki. And double kill for Onikiri, that he was able to take down Yuki with him in exchange for his life, and also Onikiri was down during the fight earlier. This Teso should be like quite very far ahead from the farm. It's already 2.9 and the average from the red team is around 2.5k. Let's check the item for everyone. Okay, so we see that Takiasa is around here, and Higanbana has actually overextended quite a bit. But I don't think that the red team may able to take down any of the blue teams because they were lacking damage during that team fight. It was perfectly initiated by Takiasa Hime earlier, but they lacked some damage to finish this Higanbana. And now the blue team has already started to do Kraken because Takiasa has opted to go back to the base to regen. So there is a very fast Kraken being released on the bottom lane. Maybe because he wants to initiate a fight somewhere else. It looks like in terms of trading, Higanbana is doing very well against Zero Muzo so far. Okay, this will be another contested Sogenbi attempt, I think, because Takiasa Hime is already around that area. Okay, so now Teso and Aobozu is also trying to stop this Takiasa from taking Sogenbi, but it will not be any contest from the blue team because they are already very low, like almost half HP. Teso is getting chased by Yuki Doji and finally taken down by Yuki Doji, and then now Aobozu is stuck at a very bad position during the team fight earlier, and the red team managed to take down 3 of the blue team, which is Teso, Aobozu and Ichimokuren. And then now red team has decided to just break this mid lane tower after that very nice fight by the red team. So this is very good from the red team because normally after a good fight, some teams actually forgot to take down some objectives with that. They like went back after a very good fight or just back to farming. So when you take down an objective after a good fight that you got, normally you will increase the lead that you will got. So there's very nice knockup by Ichimokuren and perfectly placed ultimate by Higanbana managed to kill the main Reiki. And then now Ichimokuren was locked by Bake Kujira, but he is able to run away with just very low HP. And then now blue team is still pursuing, and then I guess they already this Aobozu was lucky because his trade was up during the Bake Kujira's pull. It was going to be very bad for this Aobozu if he doesn't have the CC immunity earlier. So now the blue team is the one trying to chip down the middle lane tower. So let's check the item for a while. Now we see that Onikiri has opted for the magic item sword first because there are 2 mages on red team. It looks like the blue team has already pinged for Kraken because this is the one that will help them to push for the tier 1 tower. And there is just around 10 more seconds for Orochi to be spawned. It looks like blue team has already started to do the Kraken, and then red team is not able to contest this Kraken because they are being essentially being zoned by Higanbana. So this is very chaotic fight by the blue team, but most of them are still not down yet. So they try to disengage earlier, and then it looks like red team cannot find anyone to focus on, which resulted them to be taken down one by one. So it's 2 down on the red team and 1 down on the blue team. And Kraken is being released on the bottom lane. This is... I'm not sure why they are not keeping the Kraken for a little more longer. I guess it's being released during the team fight earlier. I didn't pay attention to it. So now it looks like it became a standard phase, laning phase on the blue team, because the support is currently sticking with Teso, and now Higanbana is just playing like a normal mage. And I'm not sure why this Yuki was hovering around that area. It was kind of risky. Okay, so Albozu has been doing this since yesterday. When all four of the blue teams was sticking around, this Albozu is the only one that was split pushing. Here you can see that now two of the red team is chasing this Albozu down to half. Meanwhile, on the blue team, they are actually not ready to do Orochi yet because it is still very risky. So it looks like most of the blue team has opted for some kind of defensive item. I will show you the item build for a while. You can see this Albozu is split pushing once again. Meanwhile, on this area, both of the teams has been contesting for the Vision Daruma over here. Okay, so they are going back. I will show you the item. You can see that Teso has this magic sword. And then Albozu has also two sets of magic defense item. Higanbana also have one. Onikiri also has one before proceeding to his main core item. But on the red team, we don't see any type of magic defense item yet. So far, only Yuki Doji has it. And I'm not sure what is Bake Kujira trying to build. I think he changed his build halfway because we see that... Oh, I'm not sure what he is trying to build over there. Should be what's the name again? Magic Parasol, or either the new item that gives you haste. A very nice stun by Higanbana and nicely placed ultimate by Higanbana as well, but is not able to secure any kill. Kraken is being taken down by Onikiri solo over there in the midst of the fight. So it looks like Team Pillar is doing extremely well despite having Albozu to initiate any fight for them. So this Albozu has essentially been just split pushing the whole game except for few fights. So over here, it looks like Onikiri trying to lock this Menreki, but he got locked by the enemy team instead. But nevertheless, he is able to take down Menreki over there, and then Albozu is trying to push forward, trying to clean someone. And then now the red team, 3 of the red teams are down to very low, and it will be a chance for the blue team to do Orochi. So there is an unlucky hit by the Orochi towards Ichimokuren, which killed him. Okay, so there was an attempt made by Shiro Muzo trying to steal the Orochi, but quickly killed by Albozu. Now Higanbana is already off to the bottom lane trying to clear and push this wave because bottom lane tower is just few hits away. Let's check the gold graph for a while. It's already 5.2k and yeah, around 6k gold. 5.2k gold lead on the blue team and 6.2k experience lead for the blue team. So now it looks like Higanbana and Teso is playing very aggressive over here, but red team is not able to take them down. So this, you can see that 5 of the red team is trying to stop Higanbana and Teso, which gives a lot of opportunity for Aobozu and Onikiri to split push mid lane and top lane respectively. So Onikiri has managed to take down the top lane tower without any much contest by the red team because their attention was split between all 3 lanes. And then now Higanbana is getting caught by Bake Kujira ultimate. So that's very nice CC coming out from Bake Kujira. But then now Teso and Ichimokuren has been pushing this bottom lane during the whole time. But they are still not able to take down this bottom lane. Meanwhile, when everyone on the red team is busy trying to defend the bottom lane, Onikiri once again taking down the middle lane tower in the midst of that team fight. So Onikiri is trying to lock someone over there, but I think he missed his target earlier, and that one mistake actually caused him to be killed by the red team. It looks like he was trying to lock someone that is low. It should be like Menreiki or Shiro Muzo earlier, but then 5 of them are really close and it's kind of difficult for him to target specifically. So let's check the item again. So it's 15 more seconds for Nan to be spawned, and this Takia Sahime is actually in a very good position. So it looks like they were trying to face check. Red team was trying to face check over there, and the blue team has already set up a really good ambush over this area, and it looks like red team was not expecting that at all, which resulting Takiasa Hime to be caught off guard, and it has been going really bad for the red team. 4 taken so far, and looks like Team Pillar is going to close this first game. So GG for both of the team for showing a very good first match during the day 2 of Asian Open Tournament. So Pillar Hing is the MVP for this game. So 16-10, we see that this is a very good strategy by very good draft and a solid strategy by the blue team, because apparently their draft is kind of similar for every game and they has been winning so far. And the graph is just all the way blue Meanwhile, the EXP, there was sometimes during the mid game, it is going to the way of for the red team. So we are moving towards the second game because we just have 4 minutes left for the time. Okay, we are off to the second game, which is Team Crescent versus Team Locks. So Crescent looks like Team Crescent is a Japanese team. So this is the first time we actually have a Japanese team participating into a tournament. And the previous match earlier we have a Korean team as well. It is also the first time we having a Korean team participating into our tournament. So it looks like the first ban by the blue team is Arakawa and Imoto is instantly banned on the red team. And then now the blue team bans Shiranui. So I'm not sure about this Arakawa ban. It is either personal hatred or there is an Arakawa player on the red team. I'm not familiar with both of these teams, so I cannot personally say that this is a target ban or something like that. So Sisio and Yumekui Momo are actually open from the ban list because red team opted to ban MOBA instead. So we are still waiting. So it looks like Yuki Doji is being picked once again. He has been almost on par with Eso because they are being picked almost all the games so far. Quickly response by the red team is Kuromujo and also Yoko. So Futakuchi is picked on the blue team and also Hiyoribo. So Futakuchi is also one of the favorite marksman picked during this patch, I must say, especially after the minor rework on jump and also the passive. So Maestro is being picked on the red team together with Kusa. So this is interesting. It looks like this is a type of like more likely it is their comfort pick. And on the mid lane for the blue team, they opted for Shiro Muzo and also Itsumade as their jungler. So on the red team, they pick Yumekui as their jungler. So I am not actually sure how Maestro is going to be played during this game because I myself played a lot of Maestro games and he's one of my top 3 most picked Shikigami, and it looks like it is very difficult to find a target to be solo killed on the blue team. Because there's Hiyoribo and essentially Shiro Muzo and Yuki is near impossible to be killed by the full combo of Maestro unless they are very far below on the farm or being under level. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just because it is his very own comfort pick and he's confident with it. So let's see how they play it out. Okay, so it looks like on the blue team they start their jungle on the top lane, meanwhile red team is starting their jungle from the bottom side. Okay, on the bottom lane, okay, it's still a very standard laning so far. Top is probably just a very stalemate laning unless either of them are going full all out trading. Meanwhile on the bottom lane, the blue team has started to do quite some poking damage on the red team. And now we see that Yumekui is already trying to take down this Fission Daruma. Oh, okay, Itsumade is also around here, but she failed to actually trying to steal the Fission. Now Yumekui is already moving towards mid lane, but it won't be easy to actually trying to gang Shiro Muzo. We can see that Shiro Muzo just turned off his shield and he is able to escape from the sleep CC from Yumekui. And then now Yoko is very low. Oh, that skill 1 from Hiyoribo almost killed the Yoko, but it is a very nice heal coming out from Kusa, preventing Yoko to be killed earlier. Let's see on the okay, so it looks like they pinged this area a little while, but I'm not sure who pinged it because I can't really see the color of the ping. Muzo is trying to move towards mid lane, but Shiro Muzo positioned himself really well on this right side. And then now there is already 2 more seconds for Sogenbi to be respawned. Okay, so Maestro is ganking bottom lane, but can't really get anything yet. A very aggressive play by Futakuchi, dropping both of the red team bottom lane down to half. So Yoko once again really low right there. Let's see if she actually made any type of heal down item yet. Okay, so no heal down item yet on the bottom lane. Oh, that's almost a very risky one. So Hiyoribo is already level 6. It won't be a good thing for this Kurumujo to push himself too hard. Okay, now on the mid lane, Maestro is level 6, but Shiro Muzo is already level 8, but he is caught in a very bad position. Okay, nice ultimate by Hyoribo over there trying to help Shiro Muzo, but he is still taken down by Yumekui, is it? Yeah, he's still able to be taken down by Yumekui. And then there is kinda, yeah, it's okay, I guess. She managed to escape. So this is what I said during the previous game. If Red Team actually opted to take Kraken earlier, Blue Team was not able to contest it anyway because Itsumade is already running away and trying to go back. So this is a small mistakes that actually preventing you to get a better lead against your opponent. Because they tend to forget about taking objective or either pushing tower after you get a good fight. So Kusa is down to very low. And then now Shiro Muzo is already, sadly he moved left side and missed to hit the Kusa with the ultimate. So none of the team actually trying to sneakily try taking objective yet so far. Now it's finally starting. You can see that Itsumade has started to take Kraken but immediately leave because all of his teammates are trying to tower dive. So it's nicely finished by Itsumade, managed to get a double kill over the Red Team bottom lane, but in exchange of Futakuchi's life. And then now she is kind of stuck in a bad position. But Hyoribo ultimate will protect her and let her escape finally. Oh, so that's a misstep, I think, because the skill 1 doesn't clip to Yumekui, but he already pressed the ultimate. So Yuki, I'm not sure. I think he's trying to check if anyone's hitting the Sogenbi or not. And then now Maestro is hovering towards top lane trying to gang on this Yuki, which I don't think he is able to kill even with one full combo. And then now on the bottom lane, Futakuchi is harassing for quite a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Shiro Muzo actually has a lot of free time because this Maestro is actually getting pressured to do something right now, which you can see that Maestro was actually roaming kinda a lot, which left Shiro Muzo on the lane for quite which leaves Shiro Muzo alone on the lane for quite a while. You can see that their level difference, they're already 2 levels ahead of this Maestro. So Yuki Doji already opted to dive in. So finally they kill. So both of the red team bottom lane are down once again. So there is premature ultimate by Kuro Muzo over there because I'm pretty sure most of them was still above 40% earlier. He already trying to use the ultimate. So yeah, but he still managed to get a double kill with the skill 1. Now he is very low and Kusa's ultimate is not much help because he is under heal down effect from Shiro Muzo ultimate. So okay, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure why they opted for Sogenbi. Oh, okay, because it is almost Orochi time. It's just 10 more seconds. Okay, so if they get this buff, if blue team actually get like 3 people down on the red team, this will be a good Orochi time for them. So okay, so Yumekoi kind of backs off and blue team is not risking it because none of the red teams are actually taken down during that fight. And now it leaves the blue teams for some chance to take down Kraken because it is still safer choice than taking Orochi. Okay, let's check their item for a while. Okay, so Shiro Mujo actually opted for a more damage type of build. You can see that he has the scepter as the second item. And Futakuchi, okay, Futakuchi has heal down item already. So this is an interesting choice of item by Futakuchi. Normally you see that most of the Futakuchi players opted for the heal down sword instead of the heal down bow. So it looks like the changes on the passive actually affect how people perceive how to play Futakuchi right now. Previously people just build full AD damage because they will have extra attack speed anyway from the passive, but now if you are really used with the old Futakuchi, you will feel that her attack speed is really bad right now because it is not attack speed buff every skills that you use. It is already changed up during the previous rework. So the heal down bow is actually kind of makes sense if he feels like he is getting slower. So there is very nice fight by the blue team, and red team is just making mistakes after mistakes and keep getting picked off here and there, which resulted them to be killed one by one, and also this bottom lane tower it has been taken down by the blue team. Okay, so that won't kill him because I don't think Futakuchi has ping or already has the ping side. So all tower is going to be taken down by the blue team now, and they look forward to close this game right here and now. So this Kuromujo actually done a lot of damage, but the red team is not able to finish them down. And Maestro is died once again. It's just like what I said earlier, it is a bad game for Maestro this game because it is kinda hard to kill anyone from the blue team. So that's it. It's a GG for both of the teams, and the MVP is Hiyoribo. So Maestro is actually you need to be ahead of the game to be very useful and very pressuring for your enemy teams. But if you're behind, then it feels like kinda lackluster. And see that he has only 13.1k damage. Okay, 16 to 5, and it is just all the way blue after, especially after the Orochi. Okay, so we will proceed to the third game, I think, without any much break. We still 10 minutes ahead from the schedule anyway, but I'm not sure if we are going to start earlier or what. Okay, we are on the third match, which is, I assume this will be the crowd favorite match. On the blue team, we have team R7, which is from Taiwan, and it looks like they are the crowd favorite from Taiwan. And on the red team, which is we are not we are already familiar with, which is Team Pillar. So these are two of the favorite team right now. Together with there's another one that has not lost any game yet so far. So this is one of the favorite match, and we see that the blue team banned Momo and Shiranui, which on the red team they banned Teso and Sisio. So Bake Kujira is being first picked by the blue team. And now on the red team, they are trying to pick Takiasa Hime, but we are still not sure yet. I'm not sure if both of them still... Oh no, I mean I'm not sure if red team will still opt for two mates kind of things. Okay, so this is some kind of, we can call it as a deny pick. So it looks like they pick Higanbana for themselves on the blue team, which means on this game we finally don't see Pillar Hing, which is the slot number 5. We will not play Higanbana anymore, which he has been picked for all the games so far. So on the red team, they choose to pick Yoko and Ichimokuren. And there is Yuki Doji once again. This Yuki Doji has been appearing almost all the match. Okay, so we have Arakawa on the top lane and also Jiki Kairu as the marksman. So Jiki is actually one of the, I'm not going to say that it's like the top marksman right now, but he is actually very strong because he has a stun, which is the skill 1. Yeah, he has actually one of the marksmen that has a kinda reliable CC. It is still not like reliable, it still needs to wait for 3 stacks, but nevertheless he is one of the marksmen that has a stun CC. And on the red team, they finalized their lineup with Dai Shimei. So it looks like they are not opting for two majors kind of lineup during this game. I guess both of them are actually serious. Okay, so we can see that on the blue team, the bottom lane is actually getting into position in this area to prevent any kind of invading attempt by the red team. Okay, so there is a different things from the normal match in this game. You can see that the marksman from the red team is actually on the top lane. Meanwhile, Takiasa start her jungle from the bottom area, but Yukidoji started from the top part of the map. Okay, so it looks like both marksmen are able to pressure the enemy tank. So this is kinda as expected because normally marksman has lane clearing advantage against tank type of Shikigami. And it looks like Ichimokuren is just trying to walk around this area and figure out where is Yukidoji actually. So Yuki is already walking towards top lane, trying to help Arakawa to farm for a bit. So there is a nice pull by Bake Kujira over there, trying to pull out this Aobozu and damage him for a bit. So we can see that Yoko has been chipping this tower until the first bar, and meanwhile Jikikaru has already done the same. It's already down to half of the tower HP, and Aobozu is extremely low right now. So Takiasa is just trying to help top lane, and then this will be taken down to the last bar because apparently Aobozu went back to regen earlier. You can see that Jikikaru is one of the most annoying because of the stun, and also it deals a lot of damage actually. So we can see that this Yuki is almost camping top area for quite a lot because Yoko has been playing really aggressive, trying to take down this tower as fast as possible. Okay, so it looks like they ping Daisime accurately. So there is a good map awareness by Higanbana, I assume is the one that is pinging. So the tower has been taken down by Yoko, but okay, so he's very low and finally taken down by Arakawa over there. So there's a nice ultimate by Higanbana, managed to secure the kill on Yoko. Okay, I was about to say that Higanbana actually managed to land a stun on Daishime earlier, preventing him from pursuing further, but he still managed to take down Arakawa with in exchange for his flash. So now because there is nobody that is defending bottom lane, it looks like they are trying to push the minion wave here, but I'm not sure if they want to start this because there are almost 3 to 4 people from the blue teams that is able to contest this right now. Okay, so the Kraken is apparently it got resetted because the red team pulled it too far. Ultimate has been opened by Takiasa Hime over there, but it looks like red team is not trying to pursue like aggressively. Most of the blue teams are already down to 60% HP, and now Daishime is there landing a stun on 2, but Jikikaru is able to use the escape skills. It looks like they don't want to contest this Kraken anymore because a lot of them has been trying to retreat. So meanwhile Arakawa has already swapped to bottom lane, but Yoko is also on bottom lane already. Kraken has been released from the red team. It looks like they want to try to take down at least 2 bar with this. And then there is a minion wave coming as well. I'm not sure if they are able to take it down or not because Ichimokuren is apparently really low, but Arakawa himself is also very low. They decided to, this is what they done really well. If there is someone low and they ping it, the rest of the teams will actually try to cut off the escape path from the low Shikigami, and this Yoko just dive in like that. Meanwhile, on the blue team, they already start to do Sogenbi in the midst of the fight at the bottom lane, but it looks like red team is already ready trying to contest, but blue team still managed to take down the Sogenbi without getting stolen by the red team. So ultimate is being used by Aobozu over there, but is not able to take down this Yuki. He is still able to escape with a bit of HP. So very nice pull by Bake Kujira over there. Ichimokuren is down to very low and getting killed. So their positioning was really, it's like they overextended. They don't retreat that fast, which resulted 3 people to be taken down from the red team just for 1 Jiki Kairu. But in the midst of that, Yoko actually managed to take down the bottom lane tier 2 tower. So it's still 5-5 so far, and the goal is just 1k lead on the red team. EXP is 1.5k lead on the red team as well. So it looks like when in terms of the numbers of kills and also goal lead, it is not significant, but you can see that the blue team has not taken any tower yet. So there's a nice fight over there from the blue team. They managed to kill the Ichimokuren once again. I just hope that blue teams starts to take some kind of tower downs, because red team has already taken 3 towers, 1 on top and 2 on the bottom lane. So let's check their item for a while. Okay, so Yoko is going for okay, there's no fight going on. Okay, so Yoko is apparently going for a skill 1 type of playstyle, because you see that he is building the pink side. And then let's see, Takayasa is trying to build Summer Ashes. Okay, so it's still pretty much standard. Okay, so the experience graph is already back to 0 and goal lead is just 500, so it's not significant at all. So this is down to how the teams set up a fight and also trying to take down objective. And we can see that blue teams is losing only on objective. Now there is a fight forced by the red team, but the red team is already low. Takayasa Hime is getting ultimate by Bake Kujira, and nicely stunned placement by Arakawa over there, managed to secure himself a double kill, and Daisume and Takayasa Hime were down. So it looks like Yoko is trying to take this Kraken flag, but Arakawa is able to prevent the Yoko from taking the Kraken flag, but in exchange for his own life. So I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. Pretty sure it's not worth it at all. So it looks like blue team has attempted to take Orochi earlier, but quickly fend off by this Aobozu. Now they started to do Orochi for themselves. Looks like I'm not sure if blue team is ready to contest this. So ultimate has been opened by Takiasame, and blue team is able to stall that Orochi. So that's very nice play by blue team right here. So it is good if they are able to escape as a whole team, but there are already 3 people down from the blue team. And just Aobozu is the only one died from the red team. So this is so blue team actually managed to get them some breathing time, because now they have Orochi advantage. Maybe try to take some tier 1 tower, especially this bottom lane, and maybe push the top lane as well. Okay, but Yoko is already ready on the position trying to defend this tier 3 tower. It is not able to be taken down by the blue team yet. So now it looks like this GK Kairu will have some farm over here. Okay, we can see from here the score are equals. It's 9-9, and goal also equal 3. It's just slightly, it's just like 500 difference. Very nice ultimate by Takiasa over there. His fast reaction to the freeze by Yukidoji, and then they managed to take down Higanbana during that fight. So Arakawa is dishing a lot of damage, but they don't have anyone that is able to actually finish anyone from the red team yet. So there's already 3 down on the red team, on the blue team, and nobody is down on the red team. So this is a very nice fight from red team. It looks like this blue team is just lacking the final push and final damage to take down anyone from the red team. You can see this Arakawa is actually playing really well, but it's just not enough to take down the red team. Meanwhile, Aobozu is split pushing on the top lane. And then now the red team is already knocking on the tier 2 mid lane tower, and they finally able to take it down. Now it's a good opportunity for them to take this Kraken as well. Yeah, you can see that their rotation is, I must say, is very perfectly timed. You can see that after they take the middle lane tower, they managed to get Kraken as well. Meanwhile, the blue team are still busy with the split push that is coming out from Aobozu on the top lane. You can see that the red team is able to take the Kraken freely. Okay, so we see that Takiasa Hime is already pinging, but Aobozu is kind of far away from this and not ready to follow up. Yeah, they are kind of, it's impossible to catch him just like that anyway, because it is Arakawa though. Okay, so now red team is pushing both mid and top lane, but you can see that the Kraken is already being released on the top lane tower. Very nice fight from the blue team. They managed to kill Ichimokuren once again and able to defend the tower. It is just one hit away. Okay, so this is kind of rough for the blue team because they have to constantly defend the bottom area because they don't have tower, and the lane will be always pushing in on this bottom lane, while the top tower is just one hit away. Meanwhile, Orochi is just 30 seconds away also. So this is a very tight situation for the blue team right now. Meanwhile, it is just one tower down on the red team, which is the mid lane tower. You can see that this Onmyoji will just split push once again, trying to get as much attention as possible. Meanwhile, 3 of the red team is already hovering around mid lane area, trying to bait Orochi or just it's depending and getting vision. You can see that Takiasa is also getting into position. Onmyoji is on the bottom lane, split pushing again. You can see that the blue team is kind of difficult to focus on one things right now, because they have so many things to be concerned of. Like bottom lane is pushing, they have to defend the Orochi as well. You can see that Impeller are very sneaky, they just trying to make some noises on the Orochi, which makes the blue teams feel more pressured. Like, okay, they started to do Orochi. This is the one that normally causing the losing team to have. It's not the losing team. The team that is being on disadvantage will feel more and more pressured by it. Okay, there's a nice move by Takiasa over here, trying to push in the top lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we see that Onmyoji still split pushing the whole game. There's a massive pressure from this Onmyoji and Takiasa Hime on bottom lane and top lane respectively. Red team is not actually in any rush on taking this Orochi anyway. At most, they are just trying to make some noises, trying to force a blue team into a bad fight. So we can see that Onmyoji has already retreated. See, they are trying to make noise again. Also, for some people that don't understand what do I mean by make noise, so actually when you hit Orochi and you don't have vision over the Orochi as enemy teams, you can actually still listen when enemies trying to take the Orochi, because there's always that waterfall kind of noise. So this is just a trade by both of the tank, and then both of them decided to go back because they are low and not in a shape for a fight. So Nan is going to be spawned in 5 seconds. So this will be like a plan B. So one person will normally split push, like 3 person will take Nan, and then just like few person trying to defend the Orochi area. Okay, so this is also a very risky Nan. You can see that the red team is already trying to ping back. Okay, red team is down to very low. Okay, so Onmyoji is... Okay, this Arakawa is getting out of control right now. He is essentially harassing the mid lane and almost everyone down to like 30% health. Okay, don't pursue further. Just try to 1% defend your base and try to take this Nan if it is possible. But they are quite low as well, so it's not a good time to take the Nan. But their base is already down to 20% health. Oh, I'm not sure if Higanbana is able to defend this. Okay, so they are kind of late to retreat. You can see that 3 of their teammates are still trying to move towards Orochi, so it is kind of bad discipline from them and like overestimating the power of the minion. So minion MVP this game. So 11 to 12, 20 minutes game. so this is very GG for both of the teams. Very good performance as well, but it looks like blue teams are just losing mostly on objectives. Okay, so yeah, just for a while it is going towards the blue side, but it is just around 1k, and most of the times it is on the red side. Okay, so we will now move on to the fourth match. I'm not sure where is the admin. I think he is going to restart. Okay, so on to the fourth match. Here we have Team Locks versus Team Eden, and the first band is no other than Shiranui. Okay, Yumekui is being banned on the red team. Okay, it looks like there is a Yamakaze band over here from the blue team. I already forgot which team actually picked Yamakaze yesterday. So Sisio is being banned on the red team. So it is Momo that is the one that is not banned. And once again we see Yuki Doji, which is a staple pick for the tournament. Teso is being picked on the red team, which is also another staple during this tournament. And Momo, yeah, which is not surprising because usually Momo is banned, so now it's not banned and it's just normal for them to pick it, which quickly responded by the blue team with Onikiri and Futakuchi. So it's still mostly very standard pick during this tournament so far. So on the red team, their choice of jungler is Itsumade and also Arakawa for the top lane. Okay, so we see that blue team is actually opted for Potengu and also Hyoribo. I'm not sure, she's not locking it yet. Okay, so Hyoribo is their choice. We are still waiting for the either mid lane or the bottom lane for Team Eden. Okay, so it is going to be Arakawa Shiromujo. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. Still, I am not sure where Teso will go for this game. It can be middle and Shiromujo going to the bottom lane, or it's just a normal thing and I'm just being overthinking. Okay, so there is kind of delay on the loading. It looks like Onikiri having difficulty loading the game. Okay, so on to the game right now. Okay, so it is Zero Mujo going to be on the middle lane and Teso on the bottom lane. Okay, so they are going to start it on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, red team is going to start it on the top lane. So it looks like the blue team is kind of late into the bottom lane because they are helping this Onikiri. Meanwhile, Teso has already managed to clear the lane. Now we can see the Zero Mujo is trying to disturb Onikiri from clearing the jungle camp, but he is already down to half right now and he already spent his flash. Now Momo is in a bad spot, but she still have flash anyway. Meanwhile, that gives a lot of opportunity for Itsumade to actually invade their jungle and try to steal the buff. Meanwhile, Onikiri is still trying to take this side of the camp. Okay, so they finally realized that there is someone trying to take the jungle camp, but there is a pause coming up from the red team. Meanwhile, just now during we see that Arakawa managed to solo kill Yuki Doji. I'm not sure how come that happened. Oh, this is going to be bad for Yuki Doji. He is going to be killed once again. That is a kind of sad mistake. But on the bottom lane, Futakuchi managed to take down this Teso. But it looks like Teso was able to take down Hyoribo as well, so that is in exchange. On the top lane, Arakawa has become level 4. Meanwhile, Yuki Doji just recently leveled up to level 3. Now on the mid lane, it looks like my sound is delayed right now after that pause. Yeah. Okay, so now I am experiencing sound bug, which is caused by the bad timing during the pause. So there's a nice gang coming up from the red team, but still not managed to take anyone down on the blue team. So Zero Mujo is already here and they managed to take down Futakuchi and also the support Hyoribo. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we see that Yuki Doji was able to solo kill Arakawa, so it's a revenge kill over there. But triple kill, but this Itsumade got triple kill earlier, so now he is already 4-0. And he is still stealing the enemy jungle camp again. Let's check the goal difference for both jungle. So it's 2.6k for Itsumade. Meanwhile, Onikiri is still level 4 and just 1.6k. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Teso able to kill Futakuchi and Hyoribo, but in someone died anyway, right? If I'm not mistaken as well. So Onikiri is late to the party, and also he is just stuck in the bad position with no escape and managed to be killed by the red team. So now it gives a chance for the red team to do Kraken. I was about to say Teso shouldn't went back, but then he cancelled it. So yeah, this is the better decision from the red team to just take Kraken instead of going back. So now once again this Futakuchi, his position is kinda like too over. She needs to actually take into account that he is 2 levels behind this Teso, and this Teso is just getting out of control now. Yeah, you see that the bottom lane Hyoribo is still level 5, Futakuchi is level 5. Oh, meanwhile on the top lane, Arakawa managed to dive in and kill Yuki Doji. So it has been like kill after kill. It's like revenge kill all the time on this top lane. Meanwhile, Itsumade is trying to take down this Sogenbi, but looks like Otengu already saw that, but quickly zoned away by Shiromuzo. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Teso still continue to play really aggressively against the enemy bot lane. Yeah, it looks like Futakuchi is not even allowed to farm or reach level 6. Meanwhile, the blue team jungle minion has been cleared again and again by the red team. Oh, so that is a late timing by Otengu. He should have just released the ultimate earlier after the knockup, but he hesitated for a while just now. Meanwhile, on the middle lane, we see that there's nice aim coming out from Shiromuzo, but it looks like the ultimate is auto-casted and in a bad position, but it still managed to be finished by Itsumade over there. On the bottom lane, Teso continues to play really aggressive and trying to end this game as fast as possible. Once again, very nice aim by Shiromuzo, and with the help of Itsumade, they managed to take down Onikiri. Okay, on top lane, Arakawa managed to take down Yuki Doji once again. So it's not a 1 kill, 1 die anymore. He's already 1 ahead from... he's already 2 ahead from this Yuki Doji. So now the red team has already started knocking and trying to chipping down the tier 3 tower. There is still like 1 minute till the next Kraken to be respawned, but you can see that so 2 person on the top lane. So okay, now it is 1-1 and 3 people down here trying to push every lane. It looks like everyone from the blue teams are low except for Futakuchi. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Arakawa once again managed to kill Yuki Doji. In middle lane has been taken down by the red team, and then now they are moving towards top lane. They are going to close this game right here and right now. Okay, all tower are down. This Arakawa is already really out of control and just jumping. Very nice dive by Itsumade over there. This Teso also, everyone on the red teams are getting out of control. 2-21, and this will be GG over here. I don't even see Momo using any ultimate until the last second. So GG for both of the teams, and red team is snowballing extremely hard this game. 222, okay. Yeah, the experience difference and the level difference are very far. It's already 11k in terms of goal lead, and experience is 16k. So very well played on the bottom lane, and also the Itsumade for ganking nicely. We are on to the next match. Okay, so we are on to the the fifth game on the day 2. So we have Team Crescent against the team that has 3 of their names combined together, which no wonder I don't even understand what does it mean. So Arakawa is being banned once again by Team Crescent. It looks like they just hate to face against Arakawa. And instantly Yumekui banned by the red team. And then Shiranui. So it looks like either one will be open right now. Shishio Momo. So Shishio is being banned on the red team, but it looks like blue team favor Bake Kujira, is it? So it will be Yuki first pick on the blue team. So Yuki has been the to-go option after all the Shikigamis that has been banned, and then Momo is instantly picked by the red team together with Teso. Okay, so on the blue teams we see that Hiyoribo and Awandon is getting picked. Meanwhile on the red team they respond it with Takiasa Hime and Aobozu. Okay, so it looks like the red team has a solid plan for this. And blue team is already closing their lineup with Puppeteer. Okay, so Awandon is the marksman. I was about to say that red team, if they have the option to pick Hana, and then their lineup will be extremely good. But apparently Hana has already been picked on the blue team. So I'm interested to see how they are going to execute this plan, because red team actually has a very solid lineup, but blue team has a very good lineup as well. They have blue team has actually potential to counter and also initiate the fight nicely. So it's really down to execution right now. It's down to how Hiyoribo and Momo supports the team right now, because the rest of the teams are already doing really well in terms of theory. No, this Hana is actually hitting at the right spot, but the game just doesn't work that way. Okay, so it looks like Awandon. I'm not sure if Awandon will have an advantage against Teso or not. Okay, so Awandon is already down to half, less than half right now. Barrier is being used by Hiyoribo to prevent Awandon from taking more damage. Okay, it looks like Awandon actually has a lane clearing advantage, but she is taking a lot of damage from these Teso Haras. Meanwhile, on the top lane, yeah, they're playing passively. And on the middle lane, let's see what she actually took. Okay, 1-1-1. And Puppeteer is already on the middle lane, trying to at least land a few hits on Zero Doji. Meanwhile, Takiasa is just about to rotate to mid lane, but I don't think Red Team is able to kill her anyway because of how tanky, and she has just like can CC them, both of them, with the skill tree. We see that Zero Doji on the mid lane has decided to just retreat and regen. Oh, there's a huge damage coming out from Hiyoribo, and Awandon managed to hit this Momo quite hard earlier. Okay, so it looks like Awandon is able to lane against Teso. So I might copy that. It looks like a good idea as well. Meanwhile, on the top lane, still nothing much happening. And middle lane, it looks like Zero Doji was about to rotate bottom lane, but I'm not sure what is stopping him. I think it's because of how fast Hana can actually push a lane. Meanwhile, Puppeteer is already trying to take Sogenbi alone, and Takiasa Hime is nowhere to be found. He is still on the bottom part of the map. So this is a free Sogenbi for Puppeteer. Meanwhile, it looks like it is kind of difficult for Zero Doji to actually leave middle lane because of how fast Hana is able to clear and push the lane. Now Takiasa Hime is already rotating towards bot lane. We see he is able to do anything. Okay, so Hiyoribo is actually not level 6 yet. Okay, so that is very nicely played by Takiasa, but now Hana. Oh, that is so close. Momo ultimate already ran out. Two of them are really low. Zero Doji is here, and nice ultimate by Zero Doji over there managed to take down Hana, preventing Hana to actually dive into the low Takiasa Hime. But the teams are not able to take down this Puppeteer, but it is already very good enough for the red team. 0-3 so far, and it is like 1.5k goal lead towards the red team. Meanwhile, we should check the item progression for a while. Okay, so Teso is 3-0, so all the kills are for Teso so far. Okay, Momo opted for heal, meanwhile Hyoribo opted for the shield support item. Now Takiasa is actually taking Kraken without anyone knowing. He's trying to be sneaky right here. Okay, this is actually... Okay, but then blue team is not responding anyway. So there's a successfully... so red team has successfully taken Kraken without any interruption from the blue team. Meanwhile, now Awandon is trying to take the jungle camp, but I think she was losing out from the minion wave earlier. So Hana is already trying to rotate bottom, but she just went back to middle lane because there is no minion anyways on the bottom lane. So let's check on top lane. So Yuki Doji is trying to be aggressive, but quickly retreat. Aobozu quickly retreated. Now Papetia is also moving towards top lane. Yeah, Obozu decided to just retreat and regen for a while, and Kraken is released on the middle lane. Okay, so there is one bar down by the minion, and which means that the next time they are trying to take down this tower, the defensive buff will be gone. I think it lasts for like 15 seconds. Okay, so now Hana is it's too bad because Zero Doji actually has flash. If Zero Doji doesn't has flash earlier, that should be a kill for Hana. Oh, it looks like Hana managed to stole Sogenbi from the red team with her skill 1. So that is a very nice steal by Hana over there. Now on the bottom lane, still nothing happening. On top lane we see that Aobozu is trying to play really aggressive against this Yuki Doji. And now 3 of the red team is already trying to kill Awandon over here, because Awandon is actually separated from Hyoribo. But a very nice reaction by Papetia over there, managed to take down Takiasa Hime before she pursue further, and that is a late ultimate by Momo. So very fast reaction by the blue team over there. They managed to prevent their teammates to be killed by the red team and got 2 down instead, which is Momo and Takiasa Hime earlier. And then now Papetia is trying to prevent this Teso from running away with the help of Yuki Doji. So there's a shutdown over there. Meanwhile, now Papetia is already stealing the jungle camp, but yeah, Takiasa Hime is already securing the buff minion. There is Kraken spawning in 10 seconds, and it looks like Takiasa is moving towards top lane, and this will be an opportunity for blue teams to actually take down the Kraken without any interruption. Yes, Takiasa is already very far from Kraken right now. So each team has one buff, one Kraken buff right now. Okay, let's have a look at the item progression first. Okay, so I never actually built Hana this way. I'm not sure if it is a good item. I saw a lot of top 10 Hana build has this kind of items, which is the opposite of Grass Cutter. I'm not sure what's the name. It's the AP version of Grass Cutter. I normally opted for heal down item as second item. But it looks like it works with the short cooldown of Hana skill, so it might work that way, I guess. I haven't tried it before. Now Teso is trying to take down this bottom lane tower in the midst of... It's like you can see that all of the blue teams are not at the bottom portion of the map, so it is an opportunity for Teso to actually take down this tower. So now Yuki is already using the ultimate, but Momo has already used the ultimate as well, but none of them are actually pursuing any further. They just disengage right now. So let's see how long more until the next Momo ultimate. So it's 30 seconds. Okay, so the game has gone stalemate for a while. Let's check the coin graph for a while. It's almost nothing, and then but in terms of experience, it's almost 5k lead for the blue team. Okay, so it looks like Puppeteer managed to find out where is the location of the red team members. Okay, so now to prevent any more stalemate, it looks like Teso is trying to push top lane, but blue team has quickly responded to that and cleared the lane minion. Okay, so there will be one tower, tier 1 tower taken down on the mid lane by the blue team, and I think they are just like trying to waste some time here and waiting for the next Kraken will be respawned in 35 seconds more, because none of the teams are actually trying to make a move on this Orochi or even playing aggressively. They are just like poking here and there. This is actually kind of bad things for red team to do. I mean, they are just actually wasting time if they keep defending around this area. Might as well just farm here, farm jungle, get into position for the next Kraken. Meanwhile, Aobozu is already level 17. That is very fast. Oh, it's not fast. I think it's Takiasa Hime is the one actually under level here. So in the midst of that, blue team managed to take down Kraken because Takiasa is not in the position to contest it. So this is very passive game from both of them. Yeah, they should just do a 4-1 split push right now. Else it's going to waste a lot of times. It looks like Yuki Doji managed to get some attention from the red team, And now blue team has already started to do Orochi and it's already down to 20% health. It's too late for the red team to actually realize it because they are already too focused on Yukidoji on the bottom lane earlier. And then now red team is pursuing the blue teams. I mean, red team should actually be kind of careful over there, because if blue team manages to turn the table, then it will be a very huge momentum for the blue team. But looks like red team is able to actually push back the blue team and make them, all of them, retreat earlier. So both of the tanks are on bottom lane right now. Okay, so meanwhile the rest of the teams are already trying to cut this Aobozu, but he realized it and has retreated quickly. So despite blue team actually able to take down the Orochi, it seems that they don't have any lane advantage yet so far. And in terms of gold, they are all, both of them are equal on 41k. You can see that it's 0 on gold, and also in terms of experience is already back to equal. Now blue team has already taken down the bottom tier 2 tower, and they are now trying to push back and trying to get some damage or done on the tier 3 tower. I hope they don't dive and just chip this tower for a bit. Ultimate has been used by Takayasa Hime. Meanwhile Puppeteer still poking from far away. Okay, so they just managed to chip some damage. It's like around 15-20%. Now they are on to middle lane and they want to this tier 2 tower down right now, so they will be able to control most of the map portion and even the red team jungle area. So red team will have difficulty in terms of maintaining their goal right now. So there's a very nice ultimate by Hana over there, preventing everyone from escaping. Meanwhile the ultimate is kinda late by Momo over there. Is not able to save Takayasa Hime. Okay, so they managed to take down the tier 2 tower in exchange. Now Yukidoji is already fallen down. Oh, that's very risky by Aobozu. He's not able to escape. And then now there is a wave coming up on the top lane. Hana managed to pull back Momo and is the burn? Okay, I know. So Momo able to time her ultimate earlier, which prevent her to be killed from the blue teams, but all of the tier 3 tower has been taken down by the blue team. Now I think they are looking forward for the Nan, which is coming in next 30 seconds. And probably they will decide to end the game right there. Yeah, there is no more jungle minion on the red team because of the push earlier, so the coin drop will be going towards blue team right now. It's already 1.5k, and then experience it's going to be equal anyway. It's already level 18, everyone. Now Nen is already spawned, and it looks like Yuki is on position trying to ambush them, but he decided to say no and just go back towards his teammates. They already know that their lane is actually pushing in towards the red team base, so if red team actually trying to take a fight over here, it will be bad for them. Okay, so ultimate has been used by Takayasa Hime once again, but it's quickly countered by Hana ultimate. Momo ultimate is timed perfectly over there, but it is not able for them to fight back. And because blue teams mostly still has a lot of HP. You can see that Hana and Puppeteer still full HP. So minion is able to take down the base during the team fight. So it's GG for both of the team. That's a nice fight over there during the last portion of the game. (10-4) is 20 minutes game. So 100 participation by Hyoribo. Very nice. So yeah, the graph, it was red team's game earlier, but then it just quickly turned into blue team's game after 10 minutes mark. Yeah, but in terms of experience, blue team has been leading almost the whole game.